Hi, hello and welcome back to F1 Challenge VB. My name is Mephisto and our epic journey through the history of Formula 1 continues today with the fourth round of the 1970 season, the Belgian Grand Prix. It was held on the 7th of June, it had 18 entries, 17 of them took part in the race with 9 ending up retiring. The race was held over 28 laps completed in 1 hour, 38 minutes and 10 seconds. Stewart started the race from pole but retired on lap 14 with an engine problem. Rindt was second on the grid but retired on lap 2 also due to an engine problem. Eamon was third on the grid, X started from 4th and ended up in 8th, Brabham was 5th but retired on lap 19 with a broken clutch, and Rodriguez started the race from 6th. After a beautiful drive, Rodriguez moved from 6th into the lead of the race to win the Belgian Grand Prix from Eamon, who crossed the line just 1.1 seconds after Rodriguez. Beltois climbed from 11th into 3rd, he was 1 minute 43.7 seconds behind. Giunti went from 8th into 4th, he was 2 minutes 38.5 seconds behind. Stommelen moved from 7th into 5th, he was 3 minutes 31.8 seconds behind, and Pescarolo, who started the race from 17th, rounded off the top 6 despite retiring on lap 27 with an electrical problem. Chris Amon was the fastest man of the race, posting a time of 3 minutes 27.4 seconds. Welcome to the magnificent Spa Francorchamps circuit, where a lap starts off with a short sprint down the hill, then up through Eau Rouge, a very tricky corner to get right. Next is Lecombe, a medium speed banked left-hander. Later on we come through a very long right-hander that leads into Malmedy, a tight, blind left-right chicane. Be extremely careful through this corner. This leads on to the longest straight of the track, the Masta Straight, which ends with the Masta Kink, a high-speed left-right kink. Next is Stavelot, a very long banked right-hander. Then after a while we come through Blanchemont, a fast left-hander. Pay attention as you might need to lift coming through this corner. Lastly we come through La Source, a tight right-hand hairpin, brake as late as you dare, then ease the car through the corner. This brings us around onto the main straight, and that is a lap around the Spa Francorchamps circuit. And here we are in qualifying for the Belgian Grand Prix, coming around to set our first and only qualifying lap, a 3:31.064, not a very good lap. However, there was no real sense in trying to improve on this because I knew I couldn't go any faster than this as I come out of ruddy on the air and lose control of the car. But anyway, here are the previous Belgian Grand Prix winners. It's been a while since a Higgs won here. It was in 1966 when Andy won. Hopefully his son Oliver can top that off. That would be nice. Anyway, we have Jochen Rindt on pole with Clay Regazzoni in second, Pedro Rodriguez third, Jackie X in fourth, Jean-Pierre Beltois in 5th, and rounding off the top 6 is Danny Holm. Then in 7th we have Henri Pescarolo, followed by Rolf Stommelen in 8th, Jack Brabham is 9th, 10th Roig, in 11th we have Jackie Oliver, followed by Ronnie Peterson in 12th, Andrea Dadamich 13th, 14th is Joe Siffert, 15th Jackie Stewart, 16th Bruce McLaren, in 17th we have Hugh Bartano, followed by Graham Hill in 18th, 19th is Mario Andretti, followed by John Miles in 20th, John Surtees is 21st, 22nd is Peter Gethin, 23rd Peter de Klerk, 24th Chris Amon, Andy Hicks starting from 25th, his best start so far in his career, 26th is Emerson Fittipaldi, 27th Ignacio Giunti, 28th Pierce Carriage, 29th Johnny Silvas Gavin, 30th Silvio Moser, 31st George Eaton, and Dan Gurney starting from 32nd. So that is the grid lineup for today's race. Hopefully it will be a good one. That would obviously be very, very good. Hopefully Oliver will do well. That's also a thing to keep in mind. And we are off for the final race here at Spa Francorchamps, the Belgian Grand Prix. Quite unfortunate that this is the last race here, but that is that. And there's a little bit of, the track is slightly wet at the moment, but hopefully it will dry up as the race moves on. That would be, quite nice if that would happen. And I lost a couple of positions there on the start as I was trying to get around some cars, but I got boxed in and I had to hold back. And now trying to have a look at Emerson Fittipaldi, trying to overtake him to get back 25th. But in the meantime, Ignacio Giunti manages to overtake both of us, so I dropped down to 27th, which isn't very good, but hopefully we'll be able to catch back up as we come through Stavelot now, and there are a few retirements I think around here coming around. Yes, I see some wings and wheels and bits of body panels, and we move up into 25th. Moser, Gavin, Roig and Courage have retired already from this Belgian Grand Prix, so quite a few retirements already as I come through out of La Carrière there and go wide as Mario Andretti also retires, which is good for us as Dan Gurney overtakes us, so we drop down to 26 as we now come around to start lap 2, and Henri Pescarolo is also out, so we move up into 25th, and I think I kind of know what happened. I saw a wheel there, so Pescarolo probably lost control of his car and crashed, as now X also retired, so we move up into P24, chasing after Dan Gurney, who is about 3 seconds up the road. Now coming through Stavelot once again, and there are quite a few retirements around here, including Peterson, John Miles, Joe Siffert and Dan Gurney, so that allows us to move up into 20th, which is very, very nice. And now with Hill out of the way, we saw him at the side of the track for a fraction of a second. We move up into P19. On lap 3, Peter Geffen was going very wide, not quite sure why, so that allows us to move up into P18, and later on lap 3 we catch up to Peter de Klerk, overtake him for P17, doing quite nice progress. Still lap 3 here, and we saw Denny Holm at the side of the road there with a smoking car, which allows us to move up into P16, chasing after Emerson Fittipaldi at the moment. Coming down through Eau Rouge now on lap 4, and someone else retired, I think Clay Regazzoni, which allows us to move into P15, or rather he didn't retire, he probably was in the pit or something, as we now catch up to Chris Amon, and we try to pass him on the outside there, and that is P14 here on lap 4. Later on lap 4 we catch up to Emerson Fittipaldi, and we try to make a move on the inside. There it is, and that's P12. There was someone at the side of the road, so we overtook them as well. I'm not quite sure who it was, but anyway, we managed to get another position. Lap 5, and John Surtees had an engine blowout, so we move up into P10 as we overtake Bruce McLaren. However, Bruce McLaren manages to keep up the speed on the outside there through Malmedy and regains his position. However, later on I catch back up to Bruce McLaren, and we overtake him once again for P10, doing quite well here. We move on to lap 5 now. Well, actually still lap 5, and Jean-Pierre Beltois is now out of the race, which moves us up into P9, now chasing after Jackie Stewart. We move on to lap 8, and Andrea De Adamic is out of the race as well. It looks like we do not move up any more positions. Final lap here as we see Ignacio Giunti at the side of the track there, smoke coming out of his car. That means we move up into P7, and Pedro Rodriguez crosses the line to win the Belgian Grand Prix, and then a little bit later on we come around to cross the line and finish the race in 7th. Quite a good result, I would say. Pedro Rodriguez wins, Rolf Summerlin 2nd, 3rd, Jack Brabham 4th, Jochen Rindt 5th, Jackie Oliver, Jackie Stewart 6th. Ignacio Giunti was the fastest man of the race, so congratulations to him. And here are the retirements. Quite a few people retired. In fact, more than 50% of the participants. Sorry. So yeah, that's quite an attrition rate. I wasn't expecting so many people to retire here, but oh well. But yeah, that was the Belgian Grand Prix. What can I say? I'm happy that we managed to move up into 7th. I would have liked a points finish, obviously, but I couldn't quite manage that one. Maybe if there would have been 1 or 2 more retirements, but there weren't, so 7th should be fine. Anyway, let's move on. And here are the career statistics. This was Andy's 4th Grand Prix. His best start is from 25th. Has no pole positions. Has set 1 fastest lap. His best finishes in 1st. Has completed 3 races, 2 of them in the points. Has won 1 Grand Prix. Hasn't won a Monaco Grand Prix yet. Hasn't won a championship either. Has scored a total of 11 points. Has retired once. Has experienced 80 out of 96 laps. has no bronze trophies, no silver trophies, 1 gold trophy, and as an extension 1 podium. And here's a quick look at the championship standings. Pedro Rodriguez moves into the lead of the Drivers' Championship with Hubert Hanna dropping to 2nd, Oliver Higgs dropping to 3rd. 4th is shared between Piers Courage and Mario Andretti. Jochen Rindt is 6th, the last person with points is Jackie Stewart down in 13th, and bringing up the bottom of the driver standings is John Love down in 33rd. So those are the drivers. Let's now move on to the constructors, where we have Yardley Team BRM moving up into the lead of the Constructors Championship with Hubert Hanna racing in 2nd, Pete Lovely Volkswagen Incorporated dropping to 3rd, Frank Williams Racing Cars and STP Corporation sharing 4th. In 6th we have Gold Leaf Team Lotus. The last team with points are Tyrrell Racing Organization down in 10th, and bringing up the bottom of the constructors standings are Team Surtees down in 19th. So that was the Belgian Grand Prix. Not a fantastic result, but a pretty decent result. Obviously points would have been a lot better, but we managed to get quite near enough to the points that we were able to smell the points, but we couldn't quite get to them. So I guess I'm kind of satisfied with the result, is what I'm trying to say, maybe. Yeah, this was yet another weird race, and once again, unfortunately, I couldn't show you any replays, and I apologize for that, but the game doesn't really want to cooperate with me. Every time I try to load the replay so I could record footage for the video, the game crashes, so there is no real way to get to them unless I can figure out a way to open up the replay files with something else, like a normal video player, but I doubt that's possible. I don't know. Anyway, our next race is the Dutch Grand Prix at the fantastic Zandvoort circuit. I really enjoy that circuit, so looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll do a little bit better there and score some more points. That would be quite nice. We have a pretty good chance at winning the championship, although I don't really know if Oliver should win in his first ever season in Formula 1, but I'll leave it up to fate. I'm not going to try and force myself not to. If things happen to fall into place and we win the championship, then that's that, I guess. I'm not going to do anything about it. I'm not going to try to not win, obviously. That would be quite counterintuitive, so hopefully things will go well at the Dutch Grand Prix, or at least as well as they did here in Belgium. But that is it for this video. Don't forget to vote for next season's team. Link, as always, is in the description. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay sharp.